Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, a look at the headlines. President Draupadi Murmu departs for Vatican City for Pope's funeral. Meghalaya tightens border security after Pahalgam terror attack. Meghalaya gears up for monsoon challenges, says Minister Shilla. And NPP Farmers Front urges government action on agricultural issues. And now the news in detail. President Draupadi Murmu has left for Vatican City this morning to attend the state funeral of Pope Francis. Accompanied by Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju, Minister of State for Minority Affairs George Kurian, and Deputy Speaker of the Goa Legislative Assembly Joshua D'Souza, the President will be on a two-day visit. The visit marks India's official participation in honouring the late Pope's legacy. Similarly, the state government of Meghalaya has announced state mourning on the day of the Pope's funeral. In response to the recent terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, the Meghalaya government has intensified security along the Bangladesh border. Tourism Minister Paul Lyngdoh announced enhanced coordination with the BSF and revealed discussions with the DGP Ida Shisha Nongrang on boosting security measures. The state is also fast-tracking recruitment to fill 3,000 police vacancies. Condemning the Pahalgam attack as drastic and inhuman, Lyngdoh reaffirmed Meghalaya's commitment to national security and its support for the union government's anti-terror efforts.
Now very vigilant. We are in constant touch with the BSF. The Chief Minister had met the DG. I had met him separately. And we are also going for more recruitment in the state police. As you are aware, about 3,000 vacancies will be filled up. And also wherever there are areas where there is a gap in ensuring the safety of citizens, we are coordinating with central forces and especially the BSF, which has vast presence in Meghalaya.
Revenue and Disaster Management Minister Kiren Shilla said that Meghalaya government is taking all necessary precautions as the monsoon season begins, bringing risks of floods, landslides and waterlogging. He assured that officials are on alert and timely assistance will be provided, urging public cooperation in managing natural calamities effectively.
Meghalaya is a place where we have this kind of terrain and we fall under seismic zone 5, so where it could be anytime could attack us, so we have to be very much alert and then try to help each other. And from the department we will ensure that we will give the best service we can to the people of our state, but no doubt, no matter how we try it, natural calamity could happen at any time, so where it is unpredictable. So my request to all the people of our state to kindly be alert and then work with us, and we make sure that no life will be lost.
NPP Farmers Front has called on the Meghalaya government to address urgent issues affecting farmers, including revising broomstick prices, providing fertilizer subsidies, spreading awareness about the CM's assurance scheme, and tackling a bud rot disease in areca nut plantations. In a meeting led by Chairman H.M. Shamplyang and General Secretary Agenstar Kurkalang, concerns were raised about low government fixed broom prices, rupees 55, rupees 40 and rupees 30 per kg for different grades, and the restrictive 800 kg support quota. Shamplyang stressed the need to expand the quota and better support high-yield farmers.
Belong yang ni kerja alam menasi ban pensyai Ahmad kini kinong yalam jong kinong rep ba kinlej ban pensyai syak kinong rep jongi ni barong itip bakador jong sensar pelahir sebapalan ndrei kasorkar kalawan syakmat ban ai ya kata kajikuskan ban yarap ya kata kabenta kaba dese kini kinong rep jongi kidunong de hangta ba kalabu da kador ba ya grade A dan number 1 kador kalau santang ka ya ka grade 2 dan grade B ka de saupo but grade 3 kemudian grade C ka de lai potaka.
Following the return of 22 Meghalaya children from a Bengaluru institute where 2 students died after food poisoning incident, Cabinet Minister Kirmen Shilla urged parents to be cautious when sending children out of state for education. Stressing the need for awareness, Shilla advised that parents share student details with deputy commissioners to enable timely government support in emergencies. He also assured that the government is committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of all students studying outside the state.
We need to sensitize, and then we need to give awareness to our parents when they send their children outside, especially. All these things needs to be taken care, and then especially to be alert and then try to find out what exactly is happening with the children. Otherwise, if just with the trust to somebody and then without monitoring, so it could happen something which will be very sad for us.
In a decisive move following the deadly Pahalgam terror attack, authorities demolished the homes of 2 Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists, Asif Sheikh's house in Pulwama's Tral area and Adil Thokar's residence in Anantnag's Brijbera were brought down using controlled explosions. Both terrorists are believed to be involved in the attack that killed 26 people, including 25 tourists and a local resident. The demolition is part of heightened efforts by security agencies to target those supporting terrorism in the region. The Shillong Muslim Union strongly condemned the recent terrorist attack in Pahalgam, which targeted innocent civilians. Speaking to DD News, Noor Nongrum, Assistant General Secretary of the Union, expressed deep sorrow and solidarity with the victims and their families. He emphasized that such acts of violence contradict the peaceful teachings of Islam. The union urged authorities to take swift and fair action against the perpetrators and called on all communities to unite and reaffirms its commitment to peace and justice.
Such an act of violence is inhumane, and we stand with the family. I must say out here that each and every citizen of the country should be stand in grief with them. Here I must say, those terrorists have no religion. In fact, the very core teaching of Islam is to stand completely with peace, tranquility and harmony.
As part of its annual Keeping Our Children Safe campaign, Faith Foundation organized a one-day dialogue and discussion titled Guardians for Child Safety at Bosco Integrated Development Society BIDS. The event, attended by teachers and school heads, focused on this year's theme, A Safe Child is a Happy Child. In her speech, Agatha K. Sangma, chairperson of the State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, addressed the stigma surrounding child sexual abuse and the denial often seen among parents. The initiative, which evolved from the My Safe Space campaign 2 years ago, continues to emphasize the importance of child safety and protection.
I have realized that there is so much stigma which is attached to the concept, to the idea of child sexual abuse. But often parents ignore it, parents shrug it and pretend it's not happening. Because according to data, they say that almost about 90% of the child sexual abuse that actually takes place happens within your own families. You know, I mean, the abuser will be somebody who is known to the child.
Several civil society organizations in Garo Hills yesterday launched a two-day sit-in protest at the GHDC office demanding a separate electoral roll for GHDC elections, swift implementation of the Garo customary law, formal service rules for employees and strict financial regulations, including the formation of a public accounts committee. The protest, marked by placards and speeches, underscored growing calls for transparency, autonomy and cultural preservation within the council's functioning. The District Legal Services Authority, West Khasi Hills, in collaboration with Meghalaya AIDS Control Society, held an advocacy cum sensitization program to raise awareness and combat stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS. Chaired by Chief Judicial Magistrate DMKS Shadup, the event featured insights from legal and health officials who emphasized prevention, treatment, legal protections, and the need for empathy. With 216 HIV-positive cases recorded in the district, the program urged voluntary testing and highlighted the HIV and AIDS Prevention and Control Act 2017 as a key safeguard for affected individuals.
The HIV and AIDS epidemic remains a defining global health issue, one that intersects with broader concerns of human rights, social economic development, gender equity, and public policy. While we acknowledge the remarkable progress made over the past decades through scientific innovation or policy reforms,
the Meghalaya State Rural Livelihood Society DDMU wrapped up its Poshan Pakhwada awareness campaign in the eastern West Khasi Hills district with the closing program at Tirot Singh Memorial Hall, Mairang. The event, attended by local leaders and members of the village organizations, village health committees and self-help groups, highlighted the importance of nutrition for pregnant women and children. Presentations from Mauthad, Raishan and Mairang blocks emphasized healthy diets and growing nutritious vegetables. Certificates of appreciation were awarded to those who contributed to the awareness campaign across the district. The 5th Meghalaya State Muay Thai Championship 2025 was inaugurated at the Sport Council Indoor Stadium, Saiden, by the Muay Thai Association of Meghalaya. The event, spanning 3 days, features athletes from various districts and was graced by dignitaries including Rebhoy Deputy Commissioner Abhilash Banerwal, CRPF Assistant Commandant Rajan MNA and MTAM President Angelas Sun. Banerwal emphasized the role of martial arts in instilling discipline and purpose among youth, making the event a key step in promoting fitness and personal growth through sport. And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature recorded was 23 degrees Celsius with a maximum temperature 36 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity being 46%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 26.2 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 43%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature recorded was 18 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius with the relative humidity being 64%. And the forecast in Tura, Jawai and Shillong say that moderate rain is likely to occur at most places. Before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. President Draupadi Murmu departs for Vatican City for Pope's funeral. Meghalaya tightens border security after Pahalgam terror attack. Meghalaya gears up for monsoon challenges, says Minister Kirmen Shilla. And NPP Farmers Front urges government action on agricultural issues. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us. And from all of us here is wishing you good night.